I'm willing to bet if you run a leadership team, you get these types of questions every single day. Where are the listing documents? Or how do I schedule the photographer again? Or where's the link for me to order my closing gift? Or maybe it's, hey, where is the brokerage address for me to put on a contract? If any of these questions sound familiar, you are not alone. This is an issue that we ran into a couple years ago on our team. So if you are running a real estate team and this sounds familiar, or maybe you aren't running a real estate team and you're a top producing solo agent and you're asking these questions to yourself, don't fret. This is a totally normal speed bump in a scaling business. And I'm going to share with you today what we implemented in our business to make these questions go away. If that sounds amazing to you, stay tuned. I am going to share our system for having all of these questions answered by a system in your business instead of you. And I'm going to share one other quick tip that's kind of related that has also been really helpful for our team. So, again, the problem isn't you. The problem isn't the agents on the team. The problem is there is just so much stuff, especially if you are growing and scaling a real estate team or you're a top producer that's growing and scaling your business. There's constantly more that's just happening. So, as you grow and develop, you're developing new systems, you're developing new processes, there's new documents that you need to have for your transaction. There seems to just always be more. And if you have listened to some of Josh and I's podcasts, more isn't always better. More is more, and more can create a lot of friction in your business. So I'm going to just share how we've eliminated some of that friction. We have all of these documents and everything that we need. We have the listing docs, we have the order form for closing gifts, we've got the link to schedule the photographer. Everybody knew that this information existed somewhere because they knew that it existed. We had talked about it before. They just didn't know where to go find it. And if you are a busy agent or agents on your team are out on the go and really busy, they need something right away and they need it kind of now, like urgently. So what was happening was they knew it existed, they didn't know where to go find it. So the next best option is they are going to ask the people on your team who do know where everything is. And I am willing to bet that those people are on your admin team. So your director of operations, maybe your transaction coordinator, your administrative assistant, they know where all these bodies are buried in your business. But the problem is, every time you ask, it creates more work for them because it already exists in your environment. You or your team just doesn't know where to find it. So, we decided that there was just way too much stuff, and it was scattered in emails, it was scattered in text messages, it was scattered on recordings that lived in places, it was scattered in our Google Drive, which you think Google Drive is a solution until it just becomes bloated and people don't know how to search for what lives in your Google Drive. And then some of our information was on our brokerage's dashboard that they needed to find. So, like, just way too many things in way too many places. And some of them required a login, which definitely adds more friction to the process too. So what we did is we decided we needed just a quick, easy go-to place for these most referenced items. So what we built in our business, we call the knowledge library. And it's the library of where all of these important standard operating procedures, important contract documents, and important like information that needs to be referenced on a regular basis lives for our team. So it made it much more easy for our agents to know exactly where to go to find their things. And it made it much easier for our admin that we weren't becoming the Google search bar to go find things and then send it over to the agents on our team. So, what I'm going to do is just quickly share with you what our knowledge library looks like, just to give you an idea. So, if you're struggling with this problem where people are asking you over and over again, like where things are that already live in your world, we're going to put it in an easy place where they can easily find it themselves. So, disclaimer, ours lives in Google Chat. We use Google Workspace as our main communication tool. That doesn't mean that you need to go out and copy Google Workspace. Just think where your team's communication already easily lives. If you're a solo agent, what platform are you already using? So for us, that platform where all of our communication was already happening was on Google. So we wanted to, again, put it in a place that the agents were kind of already living. Now, say I wanted to put this in Trello, that would have created more friction for our team because our team wasn't using Trello. So it would have added another platform, another login, another series of how do I find things. So keep that in mind as you're if you decide to build a knowledge library, think about where is the easiest place that it is going to live, because where are your agents on your team already living? For us, that was our Google environment. So that's why it lives there. If you don't have a communication hub, um, Trello is a great place. Notion is a really other great platform that you may want to look into. I would caution against Google Drive. That's where all of our stuff lived to begin with, and it just got way too like bloated and unorganized, and it was hard to search the Google Drive. So that's why we chose a different place. So ours lives in our Google Chat, and we created a very specific space in our Google Chat for the knowledge library. And I'll show you what that looks like. So what we have is our Google, I'm going to pull up really quickly for you, our Google communication tool. And it's right here. So all of these, this is within Google Chat, and you can create spaces. So all of these are spaces where this information lives. And you can see here that we have a knowledge library space with the little books. Everyone knows that it's a library. Now, if you're familiar with Google Chat, you know that it's like a direct messaging tool. It's like Slack. So you can communicate directly with people. Now, what we tell our agents is there is no talking in the library. So if chat started happening, this wouldn't work as well as it does now. Because chats would start to push information up and make it harder to find. So our rule is there's no talking in the library so that everything is easily referenced. But what you can see here is we have all of our seller documents, and it's a link. Now you'll notice this is still in Google Drive, but it's our overarching seller document Google Drive link so that all of these documents are found very easily in the Google library, and our agents aren't having to go to Google Drive to search for these. That link for these seller documents already exists in the knowledge library. We have all of our buyer documents, a W-9 form for our brokerage, our team business tracker where the agents track their contracts and things like that. We can make another video if you're interested in what we track. A sales training. This is really great. We have a standard operating procedure for agents going on vacation and what all needs to be done. There are several steps that they need to follow. It's not something that they can easily remember. So there's just a quick checklist in here and a few reminders. So every time they go on vacation, they can pop into the knowledge library and find the vacation procedure right here, easily referenced. Our brokerage info for contracts is right here. Our closing gift order form, our standard operating procedure for entering their transactions into our Lofty marketing materials. So if they need our team logo or our brokerage logo, a workshop that we did with documents that they can reference, builder agents in case they need to reach out to somebody, And then you can see our Google review link lives in here, showing partners, contact information for the showing partners that we use, and then also the procedure for what that looks like, how to utilize a showing partner if they need to. We have our lead follow-up procedures that are in here. If they need to schedule a stager or a photographer is in here. And then our team contact info is in here. So our team onboarding workbook is in here. So if they need to go back and remember any procedures for when they first join the team, all of those are listed in here. So you can see like our list of showing partners and how to get in touch with them. So you can see the things that are highly referenced that our team is asking us for on a regular basis. That's what we wanted to put into the knowledge library. So the team knows that those commonly asked for documents, they know exactly where they live in the knowledge library. So they know, oh, knowledge library, I'm going to go there and I'm going to find it for myself. It's a lot easier than opening Google Drive that has documents and folders and then having to remember what it is that they need to search in there. So the knowledge library has been such a huge like weight off of everybody once we implemented that. Admin on our team were answering questions about where everything is. Agents on our team knew exactly where to go. It removed a lot of friction from our business and it saved everyone a lot of time. So I did say there was one other thing that I was going to share with you that has made it has made our team run a lot more efficiently because sometimes we talk about things in meetings and we just forget. Like there's a lot of communication that happens in meetings. So in addition to our knowledge library, we also have a hub where we put all of our team meetings. We record all of them and then we place them into our team meeting hub. So I will share that with you really quickly so you can see what that space looks like. Again, it's just a space in our Google chat. So we have right here team meetings and trainings, and our agents can go here. Here's a recording from our meeting on July 22nd, and it's recorded here. And they know if they missed the meeting, they can go right here and watch it and get caught up on everything that they missed from our team meeting. Or if they knew that there was something important or useful in that meeting and they want to go back and reference it, that always lives right here. Maybe it was a script, maybe it was the date for our next event, but they always have access to our team meetings if they miss them or if they want to go back and reference something. And that was really great, the team meeting hub where we record and post all of our meetings, because it took a lot of the responsibility off of Josh as a team leader or our admin team of being responsible for sending recaps or letting people, oh, hey, I know you missed the meeting. This is what you missed. And it was easy for us to forget some things. So now we just record the whole meeting and it's on the agent or a member of our team to go back and watch it themselves so that they're responsible for knowing what happened and if they need to get caught up on anything themselves. So if you are getting asked questions of things that live in the world and you just don't know where they are, or you don't have the time to go find them and send them, definitely think about creating a space where all of your highly referenced information lives in one easy to reference spot in somewhere in your business where your team is already living and communicating. Now, we do have the knowledge library and we do have the team meeting. It's important that somebody is going to own those aspects of the business and be responsible for them. Also, they cannot become bloated like Google Drive, right? So somebody has to be responsible for making the decision of what goes in the knowledge library and then also managing the knowledge library and being responsible for it. If you have an admin or an operations person or a transaction coordinator that's part of your team, I highly recommend that that is the person that's responsible for maintaining and managing the knowledge library. Again, not everything goes into the knowledge library, just those highly referenced materials, standard operating procedures, and documents that your team needs on a regular basis, just so that they're super easy for them to go in and find. So, as you are growing your business, if you want to make things a lot easier and have everything in one really easy place. So, if you ask yourself, if somebody asks you a question, think to yourself, should I answer this? Or should you go ahead and build a system so that nobody has to ask you where it is again? So empower yourself to build something helpful for your team and empower your team so that they can find things quickly and easily all on their own. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have questions about our knowledge library or our team meeting space, or if you have questions about Google Workspace and Google Chat and how we utilize that in our team, leave a comment below or shoot us a quick DM on our Instagram account, which is the Josh and Kelly. Talk to you soon.